Hatsune Miku P-Cross. That was so much louder than I was expecting. I'm sorry. Hello. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. That's a little bit hot. It's a little bit hot. Oh my goodness. Let's turn the music down just a little bit. Happy New Year. Oh. I'm gonna try and be better this year about like being around, but you know, we'll see how that goes. Never tends to work out the way I expect it to. I don't think I can do the music in this game because I would probably get in trouble. So we're just gonna listen to some nice jazz. If you're not familiar with P-Cross, I've already played a few of these. Just a pinchy pinch. But if you're not familiar with P-Cross, I will kind of show you. So this is the numbers on the side of the puzzle. They show you how many of these squares you have to fill in. If the numbers have like, if it's like 1, 1, 1, that means there is at least one gap on either side. So like, this has to kind of be like this because that's the only way you could fit 3 individual ones in there. And then 2 and 1, and then one of these is that, one of these is that, that's that, that's that, and that's that. And it's just a bunch of puzzles, and they make little pictographs. It's great. It's really good. I'm not really, like, honestly a huge Hatsune Miku fan personally, but the phrase Hatsune Miku P-Cross is really good. I would say, if you're going to get a P-Cross game on your computer, as I have, you should get PictoPix, because I think it's less expensive and also, in my opinion, better. But this game still has plenty of P-Cross goodness. So I've done this. And now I haven't done any of these. So these ones are larger puzzles. These are like 15 by or 10 by 10. Jesus. Not 15 by 15. Okay. That's all I gotta say. So that's 6. That means that has to at least be those 2. 7 at least has to be those 4. Oh, there's also, this game has an assist mode, which you, as of right now, cannot turn off because of some like strange bug. So that's nice. So wait, what does that add up to? 7? Okay, that's gonna be like most of that row. The reason that I'm filling in these ones is because, oh, that's interesting that I didn't notice this before. I like opened this just last night as I was doing these. And I didn't notice that this row adds up to 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, or it adds up to 9. And there has to be an X in there. Okay. Well, that does make life interesting. So that can be, oops, any of those, which means the rest of this row is bogus. What else have we got? That has to be like that because I was wrong. So it will tell you if you get something wrong. If that happens, I'm just going to reset it because that's cheating. Otherwise, in most P-Cross games, it doesn't really do that. Okay. That can be like that. What was I saying? The reason that you have to, like, do this, or the reason that I do this is because, if there's 7 in this row, no matter what configuration it's in, whether it starts at the top or here, or here, these 4 will be filled in, and the same can be said with 6s. The middle 2 will be filled in if it's on a 10 thing. If it's less than, if it's 5 or less, so like, oh, that's interesting. So, okay, now we know that, which actually means that has to be like that. See, this is why the assist mode is kind of like, normally a game wouldn't tell you when you already got this 1, but since it did tell me, I kind of knew automatically that like, okay, the 5 has to go down here. I wish I could turn it off, but can't, so. Okay. So, that can go in either of those directions, which means it's not going to be any of these. This could still go either way here, or either way here. Although I suppose it cannot go down that low because there at least needs to be enough room for X and 1. Okay. Oh, actually, it can't be this. It can't be this. It has to be one of these. Which means there has to be one here that's an X. And that goes all the way up. Some, like, genuinely, some of these are very well designed puzzles. I think it's great. See, this is another instance where I can kind of cheat because it didn't gray out the 1 on this row. So that means this has to be the 2, which means the 1 has to go there, and the 2 has to be like that. It still could be, the final 2 could be in any of these spots. Okay. What else can I figure out here? 4 has to go like this. Which means that ain't it. 1 has to be there because of that rule. Okay, cool. Got that one. Feels like cheating every time. Oh, that's that. Okay, that's that. And then the remaining 3 go here. There's nothing there. That's a 3, which means there's nothing there. That's a 1, which means there's nothing there. Nothing there because this has to be a 2. Oh, that's exactly 5 spaces, so that has to be like that. That's a 4. So there's a 1 here. And then a 1 somewhere down here. Oh, that's 4. So that's 1 and there's 2. Okay. Is this exactly 7? That's... No, it isn't. Okay. Oh. Here's 5. 1. So that means this has to be like that. That's gotta be that. That's that. And there we go. Okay, the fun part about this is trying to figure out what the hell is this? Is this a butterfly maybe? It kind of looks like a butterfly, but like asymmetrical. Balloons, of course. And new artwork has been unlocked. That's great. Very exciting. Okay. Here we go again. There's my 7. And that's all I've got. There has to be a 1 in one of these two spots. And there has to be a 1 somewhere over here. This is a 3 in some configuration. That's a 1. And I know that's not a 1. What else can I figure out? See, if it adds up to 7, right, it can be like 1, 2, 3, and then skip over these entirely and still be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got to be the whole number 7 to do this. If it's 1 and then 3, there's no way it could be here, which means those have to be the 3. That's interesting. Okay, so that means that's definitely the 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So the only way to fit a 4 on here is to go like that. Here's my 1. This could all be potential. Okay. It couldn't, for this last one, it couldn't go in this spot because that would interfere with this being a 2. So that's definitely that. Okay. Was that just a guess? It could have been a 2 going this way, and there'd be an X there. Well, alright, lucky guess. Let's see. If this is a 2, it's one of these two, which means it's not that or that. Oh, no, wait. Hold the phone. No, okay, that's the 1. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Understood. Okay, if that's a 1, then that's like that. Oh, if that's 2... The bad thing is I can't ever, like, remember what I've gotten to. So now it's like, oh shit, I have to start from the beginning. Okay, that's 4 as we established. And then that's 3 as we established. I remember that one, just because I remember it, which is a little bit cheaty, but you know, whatever. It's not, look, you don't have to be perfect. Okay, so here's 1, and then there's another 1. I guess that makes that the 2. I guess that's the 1, which means either of those are 2. But it definitely isn't that. or that, which actually means it has to be that, which means it has to be like this. Okay. Which also means that has to be like that, which means that's an X. There's a 1 somewhere over here. That's not that. There's a 2 somewhere up here. There's a 1 somewhere up here. Okay, so let's... That has to be like that because that's 3, that's 2. That can't be like that. That means that has to be like that. That's 2. There's your 3. 1 can be anywhere over here. Okay. There's your 3. Now, how on God's green earth do you figure the rest of this out? So, okay. There's a 3 somewhere like that, which means that's like that. That's like that. Either here or here. And then this 2. If it was like this and this. No, that's not impossible. Okay, so the 1 on here is in one of these 2 spots. Actually, if there's a 3 in this row, that means that one has to be that. Oh, duh, okay. And then... Oh. Oh, no. No, I got the purple X of doom. Whatever, I'll fix it later. Damn it. Paper tags. That felt foolish. See, this one has a blue border on it because I got 1 miss. Okay. 8. Eights are good. Sixes are also good. Oh my god, here's another 8. And another 6. They're just loading me up. Here's another 8. Why? Oh, this one's a 10. There's another 6. What is happening? Why is this one so generous? Okay. If it's 4, then it has to be that. One, 2, 3, X. 1, 2, X. 1, 2, 3. Okay. What are the odds that it's symmetrical? Is this like a snowflake? Wow. Okay, that one was very interesting. It's a gear. Wow. It's a gear. That's awesome. Okay, well that one felt very easy. If it's 7 and then 1, it could start here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, x1. Okay. But that does mean it at least has to go out that far. One, 2x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4x, 1, 2x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, either of those is possible. Oh, 4.5. Okay. Well, that means this has to be x1, which means this has to be like that. Which also means the 4 is that, the 2 is that. Oh, there's also an 8 down here. I don't know how I didn't notice that before. Which actually also means that that has to be like that. That has to be like that. That has to be like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Any others? Yes. Okay, so 2 could still, whoops, 2 could still be any of those spots, but actually that means that has to be the 4 and that has to be the 4. 2 has to be like that, which means 3 has to be like that. That can't be like that, which means 6 has to be like that. I love P-Cross. Oh, okay. So that's 8 has to be like that. This looks like a bunny. Oh, 3, 1, and 4, which means 8, which means 6. Which means 2. Which means 2. Which means 3. That's a rabbit. That's gotta be bunny head. Mouse. Okay. Well, I guess rabbits famously have long ears, and I'm just a fool. Ooh, we got a 0 row. Pogger. Okay, so you can't fit 4 in there. Yeah, you're 1 in there. 3, 2. 2, 3. Oh, okay. Whole bottom done. Easy. This just got a lot more difficult. See, like, these 5s could be anywhere on here. Start and end anywhere they wanted. Which means... 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so any of the 4s up here at least have to cross through that. Which also means that has to be like that, so we can't have those, and we can't have those. Which means that 2 goes up there. That 2 goes there. That can't be that. Hello, Pizza Panda. Okay, this 2 can still go in either of these spots, which is annoying, but not in both. Okay, well, I can rule that out, so that's where that one goes. I'm doing pretty well. How are you? I'm playing Hatsune Miku P-Cross. You can't complain, you know? Okay. Trying to figure out what this like could or could not be, you know? I mean, that would be a nice spot for that 1 to go. But I don't think it feels like a trap. If that were the case, okay, so that would have to mean that, so there's 1 that goes here, 1 that goes here, which would mean that would have to be like that. That would clear that out. I don't want to, hang on, whoa. You ate 3 medium pizzas? That is, without even knowing exactly what size of a pizza you mean, that's too many pizzas. I can understand why you nearly vomited. That's too many pizzas. I should start marking this out, actually. So that means it can be like that, like that, like that, like that. This one is, this can either be like that or like that. Oh my gosh, I've made a fish. That didn't help me at all. Okay, so I know, like, that's gotta be important. I don't want to just take a guess, but I don't know how to, like, figure it out. If it's 1 and 1, right? Like, yeah. That's one thing that I've learned as I've gotten older is that, like, eating fast, bad idea. Doesn't give your stomach time to settle. I have no idea how to figure this top half out. Oh. No. There are 8 spots left. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at the very least, that has to be like that. Which means these 2 4s can only be like that. So that 3 has to be there. Oh boy, we might have just figured it out. At least partially. 2, 3, 4. Picross is Yeah, I really like it. I'm very fond of it. It reminds me of the parts of Sudoku that I like. I can explain it to you a little bit on this next one. So the numbers that you see on like the sides of the board, right? So like this column has an 8 on it. That means that there are in this column 8 consecutive spaces filled in. And then in this column, it means that there are 4 and then 3 spaces filled in, separated by a gap of at least 1 space. And there's a little bit of a trick to P-cross, which is that, so like 8 is more than half of the squares. This is a 10 by 10 grid. So that means at least the middle 6 of this column are going to be filled in. And for 6, it's 2. For 9, it's almost all of them. So like, there's no configuration where you can have 9 in a block. Oh, I like Pokemon P-Cross. I love P-Cross in general. But like, okay, so there's a 9, right? There's no configuration where you could have 9 squares in these that don't fill out these middle 8, if that like makes sense. I don't really know how else to describe it. Okay, let me do all my fill-ins here. 7 means how many? At least that many? At least 4. So it can either be that or that. It couldn't be that, so it has to be like that. Okay. 6 means that has to be like that. 7 means like that. Oh, that's another one. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Okay. Oh, right. 2 and 7 makes 9. Okay. You gotta keep in mind, like, what makes X amount. It's sort of hard to, like, keep track of. Okay, so here's another, like, there's 6 in a row, which means at least that middle space has to be filled in. So it's, like, either that many, which means it's not either of those. Oh, and this, that has my 4, so that's the start of that 3. Okay, good. That's either of those, which means it's not any of these. Whoops. If it's 6 on here, that can only go out to that far. Whoops, which means that has to be like that, and that has to be like that. Sometimes it makes me feel like I mean, technically it isn't called P-Cross. I believe P-Cross as like a name brand is Nintendo exclusive, but there are a couple different, like, people have adapted the idea into different games. There's one on PC called, sorry, I just like realized something. There's one on PC called PictoPix, which I really like. And I actually would, if you're gonna get one on PC, I would recommend it instead of this one because it's less expensive and like a little bit better IMO. Oh, that means that has to be like that. This has to be the 3. That's not that, which means this has to be this. That's that. That's that. You may be able to hear the buzzing in a second. I have my window open just because it's very warm in here. But there's some sort of airborne thing. I guess it's a helicopter? That made a funny noise. Oh, if that's 2, then that's like that. That's like that. 4. It's a heart! Wow, that's a heart. But yeah, this is just like Hatsune Miku themed Picross. Okay, I got 2 9s right off the bat. Beautiful. 2. That's everything, right? Okay, and then 2, no, 4, 3, 2, okay. And then that's that 1. There's a 2, that means there's a 1 in there. Which means that's not it. That ain't it. The only way to do 2 more 1s is to do that and that. There. I mean, it makes sense, right, that there would be 1 in there. Fuck! Ah! God damn it, I have to go and do all this again. Oh my gosh, I'm a fool. Someone execute me right now. You don't have to. The game will do it automatically because I can't turn off the assist mode. But it's a helpful marker for me to remember, like, don't put anything there. Okay, so there's a 7, which means that's at least like that. Which means that's like that, like that, like that. I keep not thinking and then just pushing button. Fool. I am by no means a Picross expert. Oh, we see those. A little bit, like I'm not, it's fun to try and figure them out before it tells you what it is, but sometimes they are just incomprehensible. Think before you place. Okay, so there's a 3 there, which means there has to be a 1 in there. Okay, so the 7. Okay. This one is very twisty-turny. Not necessarily. I enjoy with the keyboard. Oh, there's one here, which means these 9s are finished. I find the keyboard input to be very precise, which is valuable for me being bad at counting. Eh? Oh. Oh. Okay, I'll have to go and beat that one again later. Satellite. Sure. That's what that looked like. Satellite. Wait, 1x, 1x. Okay. That's helpful. Okay, so that's either of those. Thought it was a flying fish. It could have been, honestly. It can be whatever your heart dreams. Okay, so that's the 2. That's a 2. That's a 2. Okay, that's obviously a 2. That's, I think, all I can say definitively as of right now. 1, 1, 1. The only way you could fit 3 is by doing it like that. Ah! I am a fool. I am a fool. Okay. If there are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that means all 4 of those must be filled in. That's an X, that's a 2, that's a 2. Okay, those columns are complete. There's the 3. Whoops, can't fit 2 in there. 1x, 1x. There's a 1 in there. Okay, so hold on. 1, 1. And then there has to be 3 out there. Whoops. Let's not explode my brain. Okay, there has to be a 1 there, which means that's a 2. Okay, the 9 is like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which means that ain't it, which means that it. Which also means this it. Which also make this it. 4, 1. Oh my goodness, it's a skull. It's a Bomberman cake. It's a cake. That right there is what we call a cake. I don't know if that was, I'm not sure about that whole cake thing. Okay. Right. Okay, if that's that. The game's telling me that's that. There's gotta be at least that. If it's, whoops, if it's 8, no, it could still be that. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you could still do that differently. Oh. Okay. if that's... Nope. Can't say that definitively. The yellow blocks are just ones that I can use to mark something without saying definitively what it is yet. So like... these 6 blue blocks are definitely on here. But you could configure the 8 so that it's... goes to here, like it's this much, or it could start from up here and go all the way down here. I just don't know which one it is yet. I'm seeing for this 3, so like this 3 could be 1, 2, 3, or it could be 1, 2, 3, and not that one, but I don't know yet. Oh, I didn't mark that. 1, x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, x, 1. Okay. That solves that. There's 4, there's 2, which means this 3 has to go like that, which means this 8 has to be like that, which means 7 has to be like that. Okay. 5... 1, no, okay. No, wait, 1. Well, I can say definitively that that's like that. 4 is obviously like that. You can't fit 2 in there. So that 4 has to be like that. That's 6. There's a 2 there, okay. Okay, top half of the puzzle solved. Oh. 5, 6, 7, 3, 2, 3. That looks like a volleyball? Whale shark. What? What? That looks like a person's head. Oh, it is like, the grid definitely is what draws me to it, because I do really like Minesweeper. But, nah, it's, oh, hold on, I have a, oh, right. I have an incoming friend request on Discord from someone who I have no idea who it is. Goodbye. Back to Firefox. It does kind of look like a squished Hatsune Miku. Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know what it is. Whale shark. I don't know if that's like a reference to something. All right, 10. Boom. Easy. Which actually means that 9 is like that. Okay. That 9 must at least be that many. The 8 must at least be all of these. That's 6. Oh, the 9s inform a lot, actually. Okay, there's our 5, there's a 1, there's a 2. Which means that's a 2. Which means that's a 4. Final 1 has to be over here somewhere. Oh, there has to be a 4. Okay. Oh, if that's an 8, then that has to be like that. So it could be that or that. But nope, can't say that for sure. Oh, there's a 2, which means 6 is done. That's done. It definitely... What I would say is that it's definitely like, once you learn it, a lot of it becomes a lot more obvious. Squidward. Chair. I keep forgetting to like guess what it is before I finish. I don't know why I said Squidward. I'm not sure that really looked like Squidward at all. Oh, there's a lot of numbers on this one. Two, 3. And from the 6, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. Okay. That's 1. That can be either of those. Okay, that one like really kind of went hard right at the beginning. Honk! Oh, 233 is the same as 332. That's kind of interesting. Reminds me of like The Secret in Sudoku, where it's like, oh, if you kind of know blank, then that's the only way to get 4. That's a 1. What was I saying? Something about The Secret in Sudoku. I kind of forgot. Sorry. Oh, that's the only way to get those. That's a 2, which means that's the 2, which means that's not the 2. I'm not very good at Sudoku, so I probably shouldn't be talking about The Secret because I don't know it. That at least has to be there. Right? And then I just have to try and figure out how I could ever possibly... if it's 2 1s, then it goes there, and then that, and then that's that. Bug. Fox mask. It looked kind of like a beetle or something, I don't know. And now we figure out the puzzle. Okay, so that means... Does this game go to 20 by 20 or 15 by 15? I don't remember. And I wish I did. Okay, 7s go out to 4, which actually means that has to be like that. So that's, whoops, either there or there. Oh, and obviously the 1 on this is figured out, so that's... There's the 7 on that one. I agree, honestly, and I think, like, yeah, it probably isn't a perfect representation of whatever the thing is, but, like, you know, gotta give him credit where it's due. Good enough is good enough. Let's see. 2, and then I still need to fit 5 in here somewhere. Okay. I'm gonna unmark those so I don't get confused. Oh, if there's 3, then it has to be like this. Okay, the 4s can be either here or here. If it's 2, then that has to be like that. And that also has to be like that. And that has to be like that. Okay. This song is going bonkers crazy. What is happening? Das Hotel. Oh my god, it's so long. We're gonna skip that one. I enjoyed it, but it was just going a little bit too nuts. Okay, oh, if that's 3, then that has to be 3. Got the 1 in there, which means we have a 2. If it's 4 and then 3, so let's say it's 1, 2, 3, 4. The furthest it could go out is here as 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. God damn it. Oh no, because that's 1 and that's 3. Wait, is 3 and 3 and 1 also a combo? No, it isn't. My brain going bonker mode. Okay, so that's like that. 3 can still be any one like this. Nope. That. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. Oh, there's a 9 here that I didn't even see. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, that's not the button. It's a press. Fuck. That's embarrassing. There's the 2, there's the 3. That's 4, which means that's 4. There's 5, 3, 3, 2. Man, if I just hit the wrong button. Oh, I don't know what I was gonna guess. I couldn't think of it fast enough. Oh, I managed to mess up on this exact middle row. That's very funny. 6, 2, 4, 1, 2, x, 1, 2, 3, 4, x, 1. Okay, no, that's not solved. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, no, okay. Thought I could sneak some easy points in there. What else can I figure out here? Right, yeah. But that does mean, hang on. 1, 2, x, 1, 2, 3, 4, x, 1. Hang on. 1, 2, x, 1, 2, 3, 4, x, 1, or 1, x, 1, 2, 3, 4, x, 1, 2, x. Okay, so that could be that or that. Isn't this so exciting? I love counting. 1x, 1x, 1, 2x, 1. No, I can't figure that one out yet. Okay, so this one's some orientation of 3. This is some orientation of 4. Oh god, I pressed a button. I didn't mean to. What was I working on? This is either of these. And that is still all that I have. Okay, what I can say is that it definitely isn't that one. Which is great. Very, very helpful. This one is very sparse. Okay, so if it's 6, right? It can be like that. But at most it can go there. What the heck is going on with this one, man? I'm actually not gonna do that. Okay. Am I able to figure out anything else? There has to be something I can figure out. Now it could be like this because you can still fit 2. Okay. What am I like missing here? What's the clue that I'm not getting? 1x1 2x1 x1. No, there's too many configurations that you can do that in. It's a spoon or a pan. I don't know when you said that, but I think that was basically what I was drawing with the orange. Oh, let me... I still don't know if Flux shows up on stream. If the entire color of the thing just shifted, it's because, why can't I can, no, it doesn't work like that, never mind. Yeah, it doesn't even, I can't disable it while OBS is open, which would be very helpful. But that's okay. I just have to remember to turn it off. So sorry if the whole like color scheme shifted dramatically. I have a very strong Flux profile like on. Okay. I always just forget about it. I need to remember to turn that off. Boy, this one is sparse as hell. Can I chroma key some of Hatsune Miku's hair? Probably. What would I put behind it? Actually, I think if I did, it would also change the color of these. What would I put behind Hatsune Miku's hair? You know what? Instead of, how about this? Another Hatsune Miku. Instead of, here's what we'll do. I have an idea. I just have to find, where's my, here we go, stream assets folder. Emotes. We'll put, which one should I put there? I will put, Bonk. I will put Bonk in there. Apparently I can't? Hello? Wasn't it possible to just drag image files into... They changed something. You used to just be able to drag images into OBS. At least I think you used to be able to. Maybe maybe that's never been a thing. I thought you could. There we go. There we go. That's the magic right there. That's the money. No one will be any the wiser. I could have sworn you used to be able to drag PNGs into OBS, no problem. It's perfect. No one will ever know that that's not part of the game. Wait, okay, so if it can't stretch out to there, then the best it could do is 1, 2, 3, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's something, right? That's something? That is something. That is something. That's very strange. I just remember doing it once. Maybe it wasn't an image file. Maybe it was something else. It is funny if you like... It is a spoon. It is very spoon-like. Odd. Okay. So, that means... That can be like that, which means it isn't like that, which means the 4 does not go over here. That's progress, baby. Okay. Great. Great. That's good. That is something. Now, what? What's my guess for what it is? As of what it looks like right now, I think it looks... Okay, hang on. I think it looks like kind of a tiny dinosaur, right? Like, okay, and it's standing on, like, just a slight ledge. So, like, this is the tail, and this is the body. Here's one foot. Here's another foot. It doesn't have a head yet. But that's what I think. It's some sort of animal. To me, in my heart, it is a dinosaur. But I honestly, I don't know whether that's the case or not. There's no way this 3 could stretch down to here. So that's something. That's definitely an X, I think. No, it could still be the 1. But there's no way the 3 can go down to there, which is also progress, which actually does mean that that has to be 1. Okay. Well, again, that's something. That means also that this has to be the 3, so it could go like that. This one is so hard. Okay, so this is an X for sure. It would be cool if it was a dinosaur. I would be surprised, but it would be cool. Oh, wait, if this is 4, then that obviously can't be that. Oh, no, that was for the 2. No. Hang on. If it was 4 in that direction? Okay, it could still be... Okay. Um. It's looking more and more like a dinosaur by the second. I want so badly to work out this 5, but I can't without any additional information. Can I, like, genuinely not work anything out about this? I mean, I'm sure that I could. Could be a dog at the end of a bed. Hold on, let me try and see it. I see what you're saying. The line of X's at the bottom is the dog, or is the bed, and the dog is, like, stepping off of the bed. Yeah, that could be it. Wow, this one is just impenetrable somehow. Okay, hold on. If it's 4 here, then at least those 3 need to be available. Okay, hold on. I don't know why I didn't think about that earlier. Okay, that's something. Here's our 2, because it can't be anything other than that. Which means this 3 needs to be like that, so these are all done for. Okay, what else does that give me? We started on a roll. We started on a roll here. What else does that give me? Nothing. Now it kind of doesn't look like anything. It looks like an abstract shape. Okay. This could be the 1 for this row. And if that were the case, that would shake things up substantially. I'm gonna get rid of these because they're confusing me just a bit. If that wasn't there, then the 1 could be here. There's just a part of me that doubts it. We're gonna go for it. Okay. Random guess pays off. Okay, so that means that's the 4, which means that goes like that, not like that. Here's my 3 for that row. That's 2 for that row, which makes that the 4. Okay. That has unlocked some things. Or at the very least, eased up on some confusion. The 2 is on either sides of that. Oh, obviously there's a 3 here. which means there's a 4 here. That 2 is there. That's that. That's not like that. That's not like that. Okay. Okay. There still needs to be a 3 that fits in there. Oh, I am going to clear that. That's not like that. That's an X. There's a 1 in one of these 2 spots. Oh, wait a second. That 2 is done, so the 6 reduces. Right now it looks like some sort of strange guitar, almost. You see what I mean? Or like a face that's really in rough shape. Yeah, the top half of this is actually a hammer. Okay, oh, I can mess with the 5 now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Looks like a broken mask. Yeah. Now it's gonna become incomprehensible. Okay. That doesn't change much, but it does change something. Oh, if that's 2, right? If this is 2, then that has to be like that. Okay. Which means there has to be a 2 there. This could still be 3 in either direction. How can I figure out how this 3 goes? I would need to figure out where the 1 on this road goes for sure. And I need to figure out where the 1 on this row goes. There's no way you could put, whoops, I meant to do that. There's no way you could put 2 there in a way that makes sense. And there's no way you could do 2 and then 1, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That reduces our options. Oh! Did that just solve the puzzle? Close. RGB values are hex codes. I mean, I would say that RGB values give me a better idea offhand at like what exactly it is that I'm looking at. Because you can do the translation. I can do the translation in my head, but it takes longer. I appreciate that hex codes are smaller. I don't know. That's an interesting question to try and figure out how to answer. Okay. Okay. So this is either like that. If that was not a solid train of thought. Oh, 4. Of course. And then 2 and 1 and 1. Whoa, that took me way too long to like see. Wow. Sweet potato, excuse me? That seems like a little bit of a stretch. Oh my god. Okay. does that 1x1 x1 x wait, hang on. 1x1 x wait, hold on. 1x1 x1 x1 x1. No. Whoa, that was strange to try and figure out in my head. Wow. This is a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, x1, x1, x1. Okay, that one you can do. So that's the bottom two, which means 6 can only go that far. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 2, 3. One x1 x1. No. Oh, I can also do my favorite magic trick. Cool. If this is 8, okay, that can still work. Wait, why did I... Those are supposed to be X's. Whoa, that was strange. I was like, hold on. What? The only place you could do 2 is here, which means 6 goes like that. Which means the 8... could it still be that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, it could. Okay. Okay, so that's the 1. No. Oh, I did the same thing with those. That's weird that I did that. Okay, so that means that's the 2, and there's another 1. So the 8 goes like that, the 4 goes like that. Okay. Good. One x1, 2 x1. No, of course not. Who am I? What am I? Some kind of fool? I gotta blow my nose. I'm sorry if my chair hitting my microphone was really loud. It probably was. I got up too fast and wasn't paying attention. Oh. I see we have a 3 here. That's good. 1x1, 2, 3. No, okay. Have an X there. This is a 2, so it could be either of those. Oh, I have a 4. Alright, I'm not going to restart it. It's too much. It's too much. I should have looked closer. Too much impulse. 1x, 1, 2, 3, x1. Oh, 1x, 1, 2, 3, 1. Cool. There's only one place for the 4 to go now. That's good. Okay, there's a 2 that can go either way on those. There's only one way this can fit. Potato peels are... I'm not, I'm honestly not, like, a huge fan. Or at least, like, I don't... Maybe I shouldn't say that definitively. I don't love them. There's only one way this 2 can go. Which means that's not a 2. Which means that's that. Which means that's not that. There's only 2 places that could go. That's a 2, that's a 1. Means that's a 3, which means, hold on. It's a 1 at the top, so that's a 2. Okay, so, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. No, 2, 3, 1, 2. Poo, 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 poo. You can't see, but I'm dabbing. But not, like, really. Oh, a yellow rose. I'm not sure that I would have been able to figure that one out. What is the time? I could probably do one more. Oh, but we did, like, one whole page. That feels nice. Let's see if the next one is a 15 by 15. Also a 10 by 10. Oh, these are all 10 by 10s. Wait, don't they go, like, higher? Oh, they do go up to 15. Oh my god, there are so many more puzzles than I... Oh, they do go up to 20 by 20. You can make chips using the peel. That is a good idea. Okay, there are... I thought every level was just going to be 3 pages. There are many more puzzles in this game than I thought there would be. I'll probably be back to do more of this. But I gotta go eat food. So, food time, which means goodbye for now time. I'll probably be back later this week, either with more Hatsune Miku Picross, because that is still really fun to say, or something else. You know, I don't honestly eat a whole ton of potatoes. I do like them, but I don't eat a whole ton of them. And maybe I should. Now that's what I call food for thought.